Black Epstein has obviously been the topic of the week. Now, there's lots. I've been doing. There's been a couple different things. This RFK, the Black conservative guy, the COVID guy. There was, it feels like there's a new maximum scandal. It was kind of making me think. I'm just like, I was trying to do a deep dive on all these.
What are you saying, that they're doing this so that we don't talk about all the Trump assassinations?
Yeah. What I was kind of thinking, because I saw another thing with China, right? And it was like some guy said something bad about WeChat and then just disappeared him. He was a top economist.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like,
standard.
Yeah, and so part of me was like, is it just social media that it seems like all of this stuff stays in the purview, where before it'd be like, yeah, we'll take a guy out and you never really hear about it. Like, it seemed, I don't know if it relates to P. Diddy.
The Republican dude that's like big story on CNN and MSNBC because they're trying to take him down.
Yeah, they're trying to take him down.
Yeah.
Well, I've been trying to do a deep dive in the P. Diddy thing. Someone on the Patreon actually sent me the court case document. It's, I guess, available to the public.
Yeah.
This thing's 450 pages.
Oh, easily.
So I probably spent like 4 hours going through this thing, and it's pretty. First of all, he's in a cell with SBF right now.
Yeah, the same pod or something.
He's in the pod with SBF, so you can imagine they're probably looking at each other.
And he's at the jail that Epstein killed himself at, or allegedly.
Well, that's what everyone's kind of saying. Like, this guy's not going to make it a week because he knows too much.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see who those influential politicians are.
Do you think him and SBF are looking at each other like, who would have thought we'd end up here? Huh?
How the mighty have fallen.
Funny how life works, huh?
Well,
Sam?
I imagine the difference, though, is P. Diddy.
It's like, funny how life works, huh, Sam? P. Diddy's like, you stuck my dick, though.
Yeah, seriously.
Hold
my pocket, Sam.
I don't know what you thought this was. I don't know what the fuck you think this is.
Things are a little different on the inside. I mean, I imagine, though, P. Diddy thinks he's going to get off still, though. Right? Like, he has at least that hope. Like, SBF's been convicted.
Yeah.
P. Diddy is probably like...
And his girlfriend only got 2 years.
I know. For stealing fucking $11 billion in restitution.
She's going to be at one of these conferences.
How do you get 2 years? She's like 30, and she's like, where'd you get the $11 billion from?
Does she still have a lot of the money, or did they confiscate most of it?
Well, she has to return $11 billion, which is the fact that she has $11 billion.
From scams.
You're like, dude, you get more time for tweets in the UK.
You do get more time for tweets in the UK.
Literally, there were multiple people who got like 30 months. She didn't even get 30 months.
Wild.
24 months.
Yeah, it's good to A/B test with that, but she pulled the classic thing, man. She goes, he made me do it. It's all him. I'm just an innocent woman that was taken advantage of, even though we're similar age and he was my boyfriend. I have no say.
No. Female privilege.
I watched P. Diddy's lawyer.
Yeah, Scully's lawyer, same guy.
I know.
And P. Diddy's original lawyer on the gun charges. This is the lawyer that got him off that gun charge. That was like, he totally did that shit. If you remember, like a while ago, where he paid some guy a bodyguard $1 million to take the credit for the gun. Yeah, this guy Mark Agnafalo or something.
Well, I guess this guy is trying to do the thing where you sort of try it in the court of public opinion, because he's out there talking to the press, which obviously is a tactical move, right? But he goes... He's pretty funny because he's talking to the press and they're just like, this guy, what's with this 1,000 bottles of lube? And he goes, we have uptight attitudes about sex in this country.
Yeah. It's the only tactic you could take.
Sure. But it doesn't seem like it's worked because it's obviously become like a big joke. 1,000 bottles of lube, all the dildos.
784 dildos.
784 dildos.
What do you think if maybe just potentially the reason he had all the dildos is because, he had all these parties and, like when you bring like wine to someone's party, like, but then he's just like, he has so much booze where people are just
what do you get for the guy who has everything?
Right? You go, hey, bro, you a dilly. And then he goes, that's why I have so many dildos. I didn't buy them. People just bring them to me.
I don't think you understand. It's very customary.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Los Angeles. People are wacky.
Yeah. He's like, you look at my wine cellar. I'm running out of space.
And in this
cellar is
country,
empty.
if we were more sex positive, everyone being everyone, you'd bring your grandmother a dildo. The fact that this practice is relegated to some elite Hollywood ring is, that's really a commentary on America than it is a commentary on me and my rap friends.
This is kink shaming. Is what this is.
Essentially, the lawyer was saying
kink shaming. Kink was a crime.
I'll tell you what, though. He had to get the dillies raided after he was in jail, right?
Yeah.
So have you ever left your house and been like, did I fucking leave the computer open with porn on?
Yeah.
I'm sure you've had that. You never did, but you're always, it's one of those things where,
for sure.
Can you imagine having to be in jail and they're like raiding your house? You're like, did I forget to fucking
lock the dildo room?
Did I forget to throw out the 900 dildos? Did I clean them?
I mean, from the sounds of it, this is probably the least of his problems.
That is the least of his problems, but it doesn't help when you're sitting there. He's probably talking to SBF, and he was just like, yeah, when I had my sex cult, I used to fuck him with dildos. You go,
yeah, Keith Raniere's probably in there, too. Yeah, it's not looking good for Diddy.
Yeah, they got all the bottles of lube, so everyone's saying he's going to get Epsteined.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I mean, it gets harder. Do you think it gets harder to Epstein people or easier? Like, is it easier because it's just like, you got away with it once, or is it harder because more eyes are on it?
Well, the thing is, if you assume that there's like, these super powerful elites who can get to you in the most, like locked up, secure jail, then what happens is they just do it again. They go, he killed himself. And everybody goes, what? Like, no way. He killed himself too? And
it happens.
They go, it happens.
We have all our manpower on Trump right now.
It's more like it happens, and what are you going to do about it? Like, what are you going to do about it?
That's really
Diddy committed suicide. You might think that we did it. What are you going to do?
Go tweet about it.
Yeah, go tweet about it. Like, what are you going to do about it? Like, you can't prove anything.
Yeah, you can't do shit.
You're like, we did Epstein. We're going to do Diddy. And fucking, what are you going to do?
I mean, it is all
rise up. Like, over this?
You know how they're saying that the danger of like fake information is that, people might go crazy. I'll tell you, the danger of being gaslit is that, sometimes there is a point where people explode and, that's how you end up being like a paranoid schizophrenic. Your brain breaks because you're like, I can't handle the cognitive dissonance of all this.
But that's perfect, though, because they just institutionalize you and go, see the people who believe in this stuff, they're in mental institutions.
Yeah, padded walls, pal.
Yeah, go, this is what happens when you believe in this fucking shit, is you wind up crazy.
That's kind of what I was saying originally, is it seems like before they used to be able to do that and control the narrative better, where now, it's hard for them to squash it. You know what I mean? Too many people talking about this.
Yeah, but
we're currently on a platform talking about this right now.
Right.
I know we already got shot earlier because of the Boeing thing, but
I mean, they just do it though. You're like, what are you gonna like? If they can do it, they'll just do it. And
the famous people there is obviously interesting, but okay, there's one thing. I took like some of the most interesting things when I was going through this huge document in every article. I was fucking knee deep in Diddy, man. I had like 9,000 fucking screens up. I swear to God, I'm you there with your deep fakes. You got every dude in his room. I'm there fucking deep in Diddy lore.
Yeah. All right.
So he goes, this is probably the most interesting part to me. According to Diddy's ex-bodyguard, disgraced rap mogul kept tapes of politicians taking part in the notorious freak-off sessions.
Oh, well, nice knowing you, man. Yeah, you can get some basketball players.
Exactly.
Like LeBron's not going to be able to get to you at MDC Brooklyn, but politicians, sorry, man.
You got a tape of Ted Cruz with his legs behind his head. Who do you think the politicians are?
I guess the question is
Newsom?
Yeah, we'll see. The question is, I guess,
Mitch McConnell and Nancy Pelosi. He's got a tape of just like
Paul Pelosi. Yeah, he's got shit. We knew it.
He's got a tape of Paul Pelosi, Mitch McConnell, Ted Cruz, just double teaming Diddy. He's just going skiing on them. He's got cameras everywhere. That's
Why not?
Dude, that'd be so crazy if you were like a rapper going to Diddy's freak off and like, you're on the floor with your hands and then you just feel a camera and you just realize there's cameras everywhere. Like, and there's nothing you can do about it.
They're probably all in like teddy bears and shit. You don't even notice.
Yeah.
They're all hidden. I mean, if he has politicians, then
do you think that's the intern he makes do that? The
only thing is
first day on the job, you're putting cameras everywhere.
Everybody said Epstein was Mossad or whatever, and because again, no videos have seen the light of day. We don't have his list or whatever, the Epstein list. We still don't have that. Maybe Diddy has some sort of kill switch kind of
contingency,
dead man switch where you go, hey, like if I die,
he should.
Someone releases these all on the internet.
I mean, if you are a guy that's going to be running a Mossad sex ring, you should definitely have a kill switch on.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the most common sense thing. You go, hey, you can't kill me because the moment I die, like all these get released. Like I have some person who's like going to release all these the moment.
So you're negotiating with me or you're done.
Yeah, you go, you let me out. We have some sort of technicality where, or whatever, I'll do a couple years.
There's a lot of people writing articles being like, because there's obviously a list of celebrities. There's a lot of people writing articles being like, everyone was in on it sort of thing. They all knew, which they're kind of saying the Epstein thing. I think it's probably somewhat similar, but in my opinion, it's like, I'm sure there was plenty of, I saw Ben Shapiro do a video even that was like kind of viral that he said, everyone in Hollywood knew. I'm sure everyone in Hollywood knew that some shit goes on, but I'm sure there were plenty of celebrities that went to a Diddy party that left at 1 a.m. and
for sure
weren't there at 6 a.m. getting fucking slip and slide around in the lube.
Yeah. Marlon Wayans said that, I think, on.
Well, I'm not going to take at face value anyone.
But I mean, there was a clip of Diddy on Jimmy Kimmel. I think it was Jimmy Kimmel, and he was saying like Jimmy Kimmel was asking about the parties, and he's like, that
was his thing.
Locks on the doors, and like he said that he goes, you got locks, and he goes, you have locks, and he goes, yeah, you gotta have locks.
Otherwise they get out.
Exhibit B.
Prince Harry, which is fucking wild because Prince Harry's indicted is like getting indicated, whatever the word is, not like officially, but he's in the documents. He's in the Diddy logs.
I mean, man, Diddy was like
and then Prince Andrew was on Epstein. So that was kind of their Leafs Habs.
Yeah, you think at Thanksgiving they have a chuckle over that? Like,
how's your fucking Epstein party? It's like, how's your Diddy party?
He's calling him up for some advice. Prince Andrew goes, hey, how'd you deal with this? I got my own little thing coming out. Turns out I was on the Diddy list.
It did go away eventually for Prince Andrew. Not go away, but
they fucking disowned him and he lost all his money and shit, I think.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah. He got removed from the royal family, all that stuff.
Okay, so I wonder if that's going to happen with Harry. But I don't think Harry's is at that point yet. I think Harry's still in the stage of being like, yeah, I went to Puff Daddy's party.
Yeah. I mean, dude, he had the most legendary
he's like, I got dragged by Markle. You think I wanted to do that?
Markle's
in the in crowd.
Yeah, she was in Hollywood.
Listen, I didn't want to go to the Diddy party, but it was the black boyfriend effect.
Yeah.
What was it? The black girlfriend effect.
Black girlfriend
Next thing you know, you're at a Diddy party with a fade.
We'll see. I mean, you got to think there's a lot of people who have some compromising stuff on them.
Yeah, I'm sure there's
if he filmed everything.
My friend.
Yeah, and these are serious charges too, sex trafficking.
Dave Grohl,
They're saying some money laundering charges might come out.
Well, money laundering. A big thing the guy said was the gun stuff.
Yeah, the gun stuff.
Which no one really cares about that.
Serial numbers shaved off.
Serial numbers shaved off, but the biggest. I think he had the date shaved off of IDs too. But it was a lot of people that are still kind of going out right now being like, yeah, I was at the party, I didn't see anything. Like, you're seeing a lot of that, right?
Yeah.
DiCaprio said that. He's like, yeah, I was at the party, but I'm not fucking hanging out with a bunch of rappers till 7 a.m.
Right, yeah, I left at 12.
With the prostitutes. I can see that's not crazy to say that a lot of famous, super A-list actors are like, hey, once you start getting a bunch of prostitutes here, I'm probably going to head out.
I don't want to do the freak-offs. I don't really want to be in a freak-off.
Well, they might just be like, I don't want to be part of something illegal because I'm fucking a big company right now. But that being said, obviously some of them did. Now the question is who?
You get some booze in you, 2 a.m. You go, you want to check out want to watch some freaky shit? And you go, yeah, probably.
And it might start something small, like you have some girl. They don't know it's a prostitute. Yeah. It's just a girl hitting on them. They just, they just got out of a relationship. Dave Grohl is I don't know if you remember All About the Benjamins.
Yeah.
But that would be a bad week for Grohl if he gets fucking really hit on that.
Yeah.
Do you remember when All About the Benjamins came out? The rock version? So they All About the Benjamins, then they had the rock version.
Yeah.
All About the Benjamins.
Yeah, it was a good song.
And then, because I remember when that came out.
What you want to do?
They made one for me now, a rock version. They definitely got me on that. I was like, they made a version for me.
Yeah, there haven't been something like this since Walk This Way.
That's exactly what I was thinking, because there was always a little formula where it's like the rap guy and the Aerosmith and Run
That's like
DMC.
what brought Aerosmith back. Aerosmith was like kind of fucking dead.
Well, do you know it was better than All About the Benjamins?
What?
All About the Pentiums! Yeah. What you want to do? You want to be a hacker, code cracker, slacker?
Oh, man. I think Weird Al's going on tour, actually.
Weird Al fucking rules. Oh, what was the last? Want to be a hacker, code cracker, slacker, at the back working at Hewlett Packard? That's what it was. Fuck. Weird Al is sick. All About the Pentiums is fucking money.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I'll Be Missing You. He had a lot of big bangers if you think about it. Can't Hold Me Down.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's coming
back.
He
had the Led Zeppelin riff, the one with Jimmy Page from the Godzilla or something.
That one was maybe the worst song ever made. Do you remember that one? Yeah. And he goes, I'm going to fight you. I'll fucking bite you.
Yeah.
That was the worst lyric. I'll fucking bite you. I'm going to fight you. I'm going to fucking bite you is probably the worst lyric I've ever heard. It was Godzilla.
Yeah.
I'm going to fight you. I'll fucking bite you.
And there's like this insane green screen, like... yeah.
None of them compared to All About the Pentiums.
No.
So Cuba Gooding Jr., he's like in it.
Yeah.
He's because there's the criminal stuff, and then there's all the like there's this guy Jones.
What's
the guy? Mr. Jones.
There's just a faceless Mr. Jones.
No, Mr. Jones is some guy that worked with him.
Is it Adam Duritz?
No, he was the original guy that was like working with Diddy. That was like a whistleblower.
Oh, okay.
He was the original like lawsuit.
Oh, okay.
So he has this criminal case. Then he has another one. Then Mr. Jones is going to be testifying this. Then Cassie's got her own lawsuit. Like it's tons of stuff going on at the same time, right? But Mr. Jones is the one. He has all these like pictures. So he has pictures that go with his shit, being like, here's a picture of like just a black guy fucking laying on the bed, and he's like, this is the guy getting anally penetrated by a male prostitute that Diddy made me get for this guy, and I had to be there for it.
Oh my god!
And he has all this shit. Like, so he's got this
Hollywood freak shows.
He has a picture, and it's just some guy's face in a pillow. It's all in the thing. You can see
the pictures are in there.
Yes, because this is I don't know.
Because public. Yeah, it's a public. I mean,
it's a public case.
Yeah.
So all the picture. I don't know how the legal ramifications are. Why
there's a lot of people sweating right now over this one. And this is gonna be such a long, dude. This is gonna be such a long trial. Like,
and you know, there's gonna be so many random people that come out that go to jail where you're like, you know, Little Bozo just did 6 years.
Damn, they got Little Bozo.
There's gonna be so many random There's gonna be 9 guys named Little that get fucking Little Bozo. You know, there's gonna be 9 Littles that get fucking taken down.
Some bigs.
5 Master Blanks.
Sure. Damn.
Mr. Combs provided Mr. Jones. Mr. Combs and Jones. With an exclusive. Okay, I'm going to tell you some funny parts. Okay, you know what? I'll just finish my celebrity things just to stay on track here.
Yeah.
So Cuba Gooding Jr. is accused of harassing Mr. Jones. So Mr. Jones is being like, Cuba Gooding was like grabbing my dick, trying to rub on me and stuff like that.
Oh.
So Cuba Gooding Jr. is like probably one of the only big celebrities that's like specific allegations. It seems like J-Lo is obviously in the mix of this whole thing.
She was his girlfriend.
A lot of people saying Ben Affleck, that's the reason he left. Kutcher's getting fucking hit by this.
Oh yeah.
And Kutcher's a charity man now too, right? Like
sex trafficking charity too. He's like, that's his whole thing is child sex trafficking and all. Like he's literally a sex trafficking charity.
That's why he was working with Palantir and everything.
Yeah, and then this is literally like this whole case is sex trafficking basically.
And on you're right. That didn't even cross my mind for some reason.
You think that 70s show reboot live from prison? Danny Masterson, Ashton Kutcher.
Well, that's what I was going to say. So that's why
Topher Grace.
That's why they were in trouble in the first place, because they wrote the big character statement for Danny Masterson, right? Yeah. So Kutcher's like, and a lot of people were kind of coming out saying, being like, Kutcher knew that Masterson killed this person and, you know, all this stuff. That, who knows? I think it very possible that it was just their boy and they've known this guy for 20 years and they're like, I'll write the character statement to help him get less time. He's still going to jail for 20 years.
Yeah.
Whatever. Maybe, whatever it is, that's what they apologize for. And then now, the thing about these Hollywood couples, like Kutcher's getting hit with this. Apparently, like Mila Kunis moved out like day 2.
Really?
So
she's out. Uh-oh.
I sound like a fucking gossip. This shit's turning me into a gossiper, man. There's a very fine line between a conspiracy guy and a gossip guy.
I know. Well, yeah, when you start talking about it, like, oh, she moved out. She packed her bags and she is out of there.
There's a very fine line between being like a nosy neighbor and a conspiracy
You're
guy.
like, no, this is like a crazy sexual blackmail scheme that goes to the top. Mila Kunis is keeping the dogs. And Ashton isn't happy.
That's basically what it's got me. Yeah. It's got me fucking church lady gossiping over here.
Hey, man.
So Mila just bought a hotel, but that's none of my business. Fucking the Kermit meme over here. There's RFK gossip too. We'll get to that. But I actually saw when I was looking at this shit. It was what's her name? The wife, Curb Your Enthusiasm actress, Cheryl
Hines. Yeah.
I was like, Cheryl's seen out without her wedding ring. I was like,
ooh, saucy.
Someone's in the doghouse.
Yes.
And then there was a bunch of rappers and rap people and fashion designers.
Yeah, the rappers nobody cares about the rappers. They could send every rapper away.
Okay, so all the funny stuff comes from this Jones guy's lawsuit, which again is 4,000 pages long, right? So you just, this is just like you come walking into the office, I'm just fucking covered in pages, you know?
Yeah, you got the red strings.
You're like, what's going on over there? You just like,
I'm doing my investigations.
J-Lo's not happy.
I think I know why Ben Affleck left.
It's literally what's happening.